Hello, my name is Visor. Welcome to episode 18 of Let's Play Bully. Fuck, I'm busy here, dude. Excuse me.
You had it coming.
So, as you can see, the preppies are still pissed at us, which is kind of expected. We haven't done anything for them yet. Anyway, last episode we saw Jimmy took over the whole school, but then suddenly something went to hell. And now all the cliques are pissed at him. To figure out why, we went around and helped the different cliques. We helped the nerds, we also helped the jocks, and this episode we'll help the greasers. We'll also meet a very special Townie this episode, so that should be fun. But first, art class.
The principal has informed me of some drawings in the boys' washroom. Apparently, the sense of detail shows real promise.
Alright, here we go. This is Art 5, and we finally see an exploder. And of course, it explodes. Basically, after a set time, it'll blow up. You can sort of see it shake, and it'll speed up its shaking as it gets closer to blowing up. So we still got some time left to get rid of it. It being in the middle of the screen does make it a little harder, but there's a bomb, and then here we go. Problem solved. So now it should be fairly simple. And there we go. And looking at these poses, you can sort of see why Jimmy wished he had a chance with her.
This is very good. Have you ever been privately?
And that innuendo probably just adds to his confusion.
Well done, Jimmy. You've completed all your assignments. If you'd like to come back to work on your skills, you're very welcome.
Alright, very cool.
Damn, I'm good.
So now we can kiss girls without giving them a gift.
That was easy.
We didn't gain a new animation or any more health, but this is still very convenient.
It's your lucky day today. Come with me.
I like being alone with you.
Come on, baby.
And this also works with Eunice, who normally demands chocolate. But I don't want to do the chocolate. It's kind of weird. I mean, there's a certain charm to a boy picking a flower for a girl, but buying a big box of chocolate says a bunch of different things.
I can do that all the time.
Oh, I don't think I've shown this yet, but occasionally when they get jealous, they don't attack the person you're kissing, they attack you. Like with a kick to the nuts. Kind of dampens that health bonus you just got. Anyway, we need to go do a mission for the greasers now. So we're gonna head to New Coventry. And of course, we're gonna take our new go-kart. Because it's a go-kart. We're gonna have a good time. Now, the go-kart can only be obtained at school at this location. Though strangely enough, the color changes every time. So, do you really own a go-kart, or are you just stealing a go-kart every time? I'm not sure. Either way, we're heading to the underpass to New Coventry, so see you there. Alright, here we are. Let's see why the greasers are pissed.
It's not my fault!
Well, where'd he go then, you tramp?
Who you callin' a tramp? I loved Johnny. Not exclusively, I'll grant you, but I loved him. Now he's gone.
Hey, what's going on?
Johnny's disappeared, gone crazy, abducted by aliens.
I bet it was you, Hopkins.
Yeah. Since you turned up, everything's gone really weird.
King of the school.
Who's the daddy-o now, huh? My love has gone. Find him, king.
Quit poking me. You're both acting crazy. Cut it out. Now tell me, where's Johnny?
I don't know. Nobody's seen him. He got a little brokenhearted after we split up, but it's not my fault.
Someone said they saw a couple of Asylum orderlies driving up to his house. But you know how people love to talk. Johnny wasn't crazy.
Asylum orderlies?
He was a real leader. Not like you, Jimmy.
Look, I'll get your boy back, all right? See you later, freaks.
Yeah, so those two are not very bright. If you see Asylum orderlies, you probably should check out the Asylum. Anyway, that's where Jimmy's headed to, so we'll check it out and see if Johnny's there. Alright, here is the Asylum. And we're gonna make our way in the same as last time. Run around the edge and find that tree. And just like last time, if the guards spot you, you get kicked out immediately. You can't run away, there's nothing you can do about it, just instant failure state. Which I still personally dislike. It's just not a good stealth mechanic, though ultimately this is not a stealth game, so they cut corners. There's really no way around it. And on one level I can understand, because really no one in this world is really a threat to Jimmy anymore. He can outrun cops, he can beat up cops if he really wanted to, so having this failure state is the only way to really force you to play it as a stealth mission. Otherwise, I just outrun everybody in there, or beat them up. But instead, we gotta wait for this orderly to slowly walk over, turn around, so then we can finally, very, very slowly sneak into the asylum. You go too far, he notices you, and you actually have to stay crouched the whole time, or he might also notice you. Kind of a pain, really. Now, for this mission, staying crouched is actually very important. It's not just for this section here, but in the other areas as well. So this section is where we found Galloway last time, but we're gonna go much deeper this time.
I don't know, don't care, but he sure does yell a lot, huh?
Wonder who they're talking about. Anyway, we just need to sneak by this guy. And now in this area, this is also why being crouched is important. If you're full out running, the guy on the couch will wake up and start looking around the room, and it can be a hassle. So doing this avoids the whole thing. The drilling always gets to me. I don't know if they're lobotomizing people or what, but it sounds like something you hear in a dentist's office, not an asylum. But what do I know?
I'm not crazy! Let me out, you pigs!
Wow, that sounds familiar.
Jimmy, you gotta get me out of here. You gotta get into the control room to open the door. Get an orderly uniform from the laundry room. The dropouts set me up. What are you waiting for?
Okay, so the dropouts were an earlier name for the Townies. I think before that they might have been the punks or the goths or something. Anyway, so for some reason, Johnny's line is still using the old name. Maybe it's an old line, maybe as a throwback he knows the old name, I don't know. Anyway, we just need to head into the changing room and get an orderly outfit. There it is.
Cool.
Alright, cool. We don't need to sneak anymore, though we probably still can't attract too much attention to ourselves. So let's just do this nice and quick.
You want your break?
Man, this is so boring.
Yeah, this whole stealth part I find boring as well. Oh, you're probably not talking about that, but I still find it boring. Though it is weird that nobody is suspicious of the 15-year-old looking orderly.
I'm free, Lakers!
Alright, let's get out of here.
Thanks for getting me, kid. Hey, let's go out the back way. Follow me.
Kid, really? He's probably only like maybe 2-3 years older than Jimmy. He's still pretty much a kid. Huh, this is a problem. Luckily, one of the doors is not like the other, so this must be the way out. Also, why does Johnny know the layout of the asylum? Like, there's a back way and stuff. That's kind of bizarre. Anyway, we're gonna head on out and save the day.
Thanks for getting me out, Jimmy.
How'd you get in there to begin with?
Some of the local kids said they'd gotten together with Lola. I went a little crazy.
I can believe that.
Yeah, anyways, I gotta find Lola, see if it's true or not. See ya.
All right, Johnny. Have fun.
So, why does he need to check with Lola? You already know Lola has been with a bunch of other dudes anyway, so
stopping Jimmy
what difference does it
Hopkins.
make? Anyway, not my problem. What is my problem though is my go-kart is missing. Now this is due to the fact that the go-kart does not count as a bike, so it disappears after missions. Very unfortunate, though it also means people can't steal it. Plus, think about it, if I brought a go-kart to a bike race, the rubber banding would be insane. But putting that aside, you'll notice that we're still dressed as an orderly, and we really need a place to change. So we're gonna fight for a hideout right here. Nice and convenient.
It's a pretty cool game. It's all about killing things and taking their stuff.
What was it called? Grottos and Gremlins or something like that?
Yeah. Hey, what are you doing in here?
I'm here to beat you up and evict you.
Enough talking, let's fight!
Let's.
Alright, so these guys are pretty tough. They got a lot of bullshit moves that'll just kick you on your ass. Like that short punch. It just barely clipped me, but knocked me on my ass. And again, it's very easy to do. But still, all our bonus health and bonus punching damage should make these guys manageable. Not easy, but definitely manageable. Anyway, this last guy should be pretty easy, and unfortunately there's going to be another wave. Now, I don't really want to fight them all again, so I'm going to use some new weapons. By the way, rubber band ball, you get that for collecting all the rubber bands, which I've done. It's pretty cool, does decent damage, and bounces around the room. Plus, it has infinite ammo. You just need to wait for it to cool down. Overall, pretty damn cool. Alright, cool. Look, over there is another G&G card. Which makes sense. That one Townie said he played G&G. Though I'm still not sure what type of game that is. It's got cards like Magic the Gathering, but it clearly is a parody on D&D. Anyway, I need to switch my clothing real quick. Anyway, this will do for now. Eventually we'll switch it out. I do find it interesting that that one Townie clearly plays G&G and probably was a nerd when he was at Bullworth. Which means the Townies aren't all from one clique. They're not a bunch of greasers that got kicked out or a bunch of bullies. They're a mix of everyone who got screwed over by Bullworth Academy, including this very special Townie that we're going to meet right now.
What are you looking at?
Nothing.
Well, it looks like you're looking at me, scumbag.
Like I said, nothing. Oh, come on, I don't want to fight you. My name's Jimmy.
Zoe. I was at Bullworth once. I got kicked out.
Why?
Let's just say Mr. Burton is a dirty creep.
Seriously? I would love to teach that guy a lesson. He bullies everyone.
You know, he goes jogging every day and regularly uses the porta potties in the park.
Yuck.
Yeah, so if we could catch him in one on top of a hill, then Mr. Burton could have a really interesting time in it.
Yeah, but they're all chained together. We'll need to get some bolt cutters.
Go get some from the Spaz Industries building and meet me at the park. Make sure no one sees you.
Damn, Jimmy works fast. He just met the girl, and they're already doing a whole revenge mission together. That's kind of impressive. Anyway, he still doesn't have a bike yet, but we'll get one eventually. Either way, I'll meet you at the park. Alright, here we are at the park. Right over there is Zoe.
Did you get them?
Yeah, I got him. Now what?
Burton always goes to the can when he goes running. We've got to make sure he uses this one and send him on a trip. I'll take care of this. You make sure he doesn't use one of the other ones.
This sounds like it's gonna be good.
Alright, so we need to go and break all the other porta potties. Or I think they're called mobile shitters in this game. On the porta potties, you can see it says mobile maître, or whatever, and I'm pretty sure that's portable shitter in French. Now, I could go up to these things and beat them apart by hand, but that seems kind of unsanitary, so we'll just use the firecrackers. Plus, I didn't learn all those fight moves just to use it on a porta potty. That's kind of a waste of skill, isn't it? Oh, I missed that one. Firecrackers are pretty awesome for this. Since they have a set fuse, as long as you get the distance right, they'll definitely blow up the target. Alright, here's the last porta potty, and unfortunately the dog is going to get hit too. But really every single dog in the game hates you anyway, so it's probably okay-ish. I don't know, I really like dogs, but that's how the game goes, you know? But anyway, let's go see Zoe and see if our hard work really paid off.
I bet Hopkins is behind this somehow.
It just runs right by.
Much better.
Alright, there she goes. The chain is cut. Now let's just send him on his trip.
Oh my God! Corn! I didn't have corn for dinner! Oh, this is awful! Oh, yuck! God damn, I stink! I'm gonna have to shower for days with bleach! This is worse than when I got hazed!
Alright. Really, it was kind of unsafe to put the porta potty right on the edge like that anyway.
Nice work, Jimmy.
Really was kind of asking for that to happen. Anyway, let's take this moment and ride around on the mower for a bit. Now normally, you can only ride the mower in certain activities like detention, but this is the only chance you can ride around the mower in free roam. Unfortunately, the mower is slower than running, so there's really no point in riding it. Anyway, after I take care of these guys, I want to show off a store in New Coventry, so I'll meet you there.
I hate that.
Alright, now we're heading into New Coventry, And here is the shop I want to show off. It's a barbershop / clothing store, and unlike the other ones in the game, this one is not featured in any mission. That's why I'm really showing it off.
Hi, you look like a cool kid.
Looking around, it has a very punk feel to it. Looking at the haircuts, you can do I'm a star, have a little star etched in the side of Jimmy's head. Or we can do a spike hawk, which comes in a various number of colors like green, blue, and red. You can do a lightning, which is sort of like I'm a star except it's lightning. You can do a faux hawk, flat hawk, spikes with an exclamation mark, or we can do taper, which actually looks kind of cool, but I think it looks too nice for Jimmy, so we're not going to do that. We're going to go with the faux hawk, maybe a nice light brown. Alright. Now we can also look at the clothing, but there's a lot of them, so I'm not going to show all of them.
You're a real free spirit, man. See you later.
Overall, I would say the clothing at the store is sort of like what the Townies would wear. It's very much in their taste. And look at the store. It even has a band set up here. Some drums, some guitars, I'm guessing a bass. Very cool, but you can't interact with them. Anyway, now that we're dressed, let's go meet Zoe. We should be having a very interesting night.
Hey, what you looking at?
Hey, Zoe.
You wanna have some fun, tough guy?
What kind of fun?
Not that kind. I only date older men or junkies. They're so romantic.
Come on, what's wrong with me?
Well, everybody hates you. You're a little twerp. You dress terribly. But apart from that, nothing.
Oh, okay. Good.
Why don't we play a little game? Come on.
By older men, I hope you don't mean Mr. Burton. Hey.
Come on. We're going to the Spencer Shipping Warehouse.
Spencer Shipping. Now that sounds very familiar.
All right, Jimmy. Here we are.
A warehouse full of expensive-looking junk.
It makes it much more satisfying that all this is Spencer Shipping.
Wait, isn't Tad's last name Spencer?
Yup, and now we're gonna play a little game. Whoever smashes up the most stuff wins.
Alright, that sounds like a fun game. And of course, Tad Spencer is Tad the Preppy, guy we screwed around with in Chapter 2. Now you might have noticed there's a bunch of tombstones around. These are the same tombstones from the Halloween event. So you could break them then, or you can break them now. You get the same reward. Much like the jack-o'-lanterns that we had to smash. Unfortunately, this bottle rocket launcher doesn't work all that well, because it bounces and the explosion doesn't hit the target. So we'll just beat these by hand. While we're doing this though, clearly Zoe's pulling ahead. She's at $1,000 worth of damages and we're still at 0. We might be in trouble, but we should be able to pull it off. But more importantly, look at that, we got an Edna mask. That's fun, right? Something anyway. So now to beat her, there's several things we could do. We could follow her around and just break everything she's running towards. That'll stop her from going up. Or we could also use weapons. Definitely a valid option. I would avoid using the rubber band ball though. Yeah, it'll do a lot of damage, but there's always a chance it'll hit Zoe and then you'll just lose. Probably don't want that. Anyway, we're quickly catching up and are currently at half our score. But more importantly, the difference is now around 700. So let's keep going. Now, of the things to break here, they're obviously not all the same. Some are a lot harder to break, and some are worth a lot more. Luckily, there's a bit of correlation between the two, and things that are hard to break are usually at least worth a bit more cash, so it's worthwhile. And those firecrackers worked out real well. Kinda wish I brought some more, or found some more. Anyway, look at that, we're just about even with our score now. Perfect. Now we just need to keep pulling ahead and win. Now, there are more stuff on the second floor to smash, and Zoe's gonna smash them now, but travel time is not smashing time, so I'm not gonna go up there. Plus, there's still plenty to smash down here, and as you can see, we're slowly pulling it ahead. I do feel a little bad smashing all this stuff though because, well, I buy a lot of stuff online. If somebody did this to one of my hard drives, I'd be pissed. Granted, I guess Newegg or Amazon would probably replace it. Anyway, we're pretty much done with the ground floor, so we're gonna climb up the ladder and look around the room some more. Up here, you'll find a lot of statues and other priceless artifacts. So of course, we'll bust them up too. It's also actually possible to shoot at second floor stuff from up here. So really, no reason to climb up there. Just be effective. And even after we smash up all the statues up here, we can still smash up other statues by using our slingshot, because all the other platforms have things up there as well. Which we'll do as soon as we smash these last pair of tits. There we go. Now looking over there, there's another statue, so just slingshot that real quick. Looking farther down, there's a mask over there, as well as a suit of armor. We've actually already seen these in Harrington House. They had them all over the place. In fact, I guess these could be going to Harrington House. Or some other preppy hangout. You never really know. Anyway, we're just about done here, and we're gonna pull almost 1,000 cash ahead. So I think we got this in the bag. We just gonna wait out these last 15 seconds. Or not, because I hate waiting.
Okay! Enough! You win!
You sure know how to have a good time, Zoe.
Cool, we're like 1,200 ahead of her. Pretty sweet.
This is the best date ever!
Is this a date? Because you just ran out without kissing Jimmy.
I'm done.
That's kinda weird. And actually, her not kissing Jimmy has some implications for the game. Technically, she's a Townie, and since she didn't kiss you, she doesn't really like you yet. So she'll basically treat you like how the other Townies treat you, which is hate your guts. Very, very unfortunate.
Another fight with my mom.
Want to tell me what a nice girl like you is doing at Bullworth?
Come on, dork! Wanna step up?
Yeah, see, she doesn't like you at all and won't kiss you. Unfortunate. Anyway, we're pretty much done for this night. Next episode, we'll see why the preppies are pissed. But like I said last episode, we're gonna do some bonus content at the end of this episode as well. So let's get started.
I've heard reports that some of you have been helping each other on the assignments. An admirable show of teamwork.
Yeah, that conversation usually doesn't go in that direction. Anyway, let's get started with the last bit of English. Now, I originally thought I would have 4 episodes in Chapter 5 just to take care of the classes.
Show.
But I made a slight miscalculation and overlooked something. And, well, you'll see what it's about.
Well done.
So anyway, we need to take care of English real quick. Now, it's pretty much exactly like English 1. You get a bunch of letters, put words together, fairly straightforward. You do need a higher percentage to actually pass the class though, so
That's
it is
right.
at least more challenging. And in this game, I'm actually cheating like crazy because it's a little
Good
too
one.
challenging for me. I can never do this on my own. So I actually have a list of all the possible answers, and
Keep
I'm
it
just
up.
typing them in. Now, if you get 55% right, you pass, and you can just sort of leave.
Good one.
But I have all the right answers, so why not go for 100%?
Good one.
And I get close, but I don't actually hit 100%. Instead, I
Good
get
one.
stopped at 97.
Well done, James. Well done indeed. Well, Jimmy, I suppose you don't have to come back anymore. Unless you feel like it.
Anyway, the reward for English 5 is now you have the ability to apologize to the police for minor crimes.
Did you see that?
It'll basically remove 1
I
bar
always
from
knew
your
I
trouble
could do
meter. So it's kind of nice to have. Though again, I can still just outrun everyone, so it doesn't really matter. Anyway, that's that. So, thanks for watching, and hope to see you guys next time.